Hi everyone, it's Grace, and in this video I'm going to be attempting to participate in Readathon by Zoe. This readathon is hosted by Zoe. I'll link her in the description. Her channel is Read by Zoe, and this is the 5th time this readathon is happening, and it's the first time I've really been able to participate, but I'm very excited. And the unofficial theme for this readathon is to catch up on series that you're in the middle of and are putting off. So I have a few ideas. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to read yet, but I have a few ideas for series that I could pick up today. I'm currently in the middle of The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm like a little over halfway through, so I might try to finish this before the readathon starts, or this might be one of the first books I pick up during the readathon. But either way, I can try and make my way through the Raven cycle. I have the rest of the books right here, so I can try and make my way through that series. Or I am also working on the Heroes of Olympus series, so the next book that I have to read is The House of Hades. So I have that right here, so that's another option that I could do. I also have the next 2 installments in the Paper Girls series. I read volume 1, and these are comics, so I might use these as breaks in between books to have a nice, quicker, easier read to kind of break up my reads. I also have the 4th volume of this manga, Bakuman, which I'm working on, so I could get to that as well. And I've also been listening to the City of Ashes audiobook because I'm working on the Mortal Instruments series. So I'm very early in that still. I'm only maybe an hour and a half in. So I could listen to that when I'm not going to be physically reading. I know I'm going to be spending some time in the car tomorrow, and I don't do very well reading in the car, so I can try to listen to that. Like I said, I really definitely am not going to get through all of those books today, but I just have them as ideas depending on what I feel like reading at that time. I might try to take a nap before the readathon starts, considering the fact that I haven't yet decided if I'm going to be sleeping. It's also raining really hard outside, and it's going to turn to snow later, and it's also very windy, so there's a pretty good chance that we're going to lose power. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm pretty excited. I don't know if I'm going to do very well because I am so awful at readathons. Every time I try, I read a paragraph. Even during Booktubeathon, I never finished a whole book in one day. So we'll see. Oh, you know what else? I have to read some of this for homework. It's All Quiet on the Western Front, and I have to read this for homework. So I'm probably going to read a couple chapters at least during the readathon. Yeah, so I think that's all for now. I'll see you guys at midnight. Okay, it is now 11:34, so readathon is starting soon, so I'm gonna make some coffee so I can start reading. In true Read by Zoe fashion, I'm going to be making some hot chocolate coffee, which is actually so good. So I did read some more of The Raven Boys. I didn't finish it, but I read a significant amount more. I only have about 100 pages left, so I think I'll finish it pretty early in the readathon, and then we'll see what I'm going to move on to. I'm kind of already tired because I didn't end up napping.
How much coffee am I gonna have today? How much coffee am I gonna have today? Da 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 da. Caffeine's bad for you, but I'm gonna have a lot of coffee. So how much coffee am I gonna have today? Hip hooray.
This is a bad decision, isn't it? Why am I doing this to myself? I'm also gonna get a glass of water, so I'll hopefully be healthy. Coffee has been obtained. Let's go upstairs and, I don't know, drink the coffee, read the book. That's today. Drink the coffee, read the book. These are my options for today. I know I'm not going to get through all of them. I might not even get through 2 of them, but I'm going to try my best. Yeah, where's my coffee? Okay. I'm fueling up. Oh god, it's midnight. Oh god, okay. It's midnight. Let's do this. It is 2:16 a.m. and I have just finished reading The Raven Boys. I really liked it. It was very good. And I was starting to fade a little bit toward the end. I'm not gonna sleep because I'm very awake right now. That coffee, like, really has my heart racing. At the beginning I was running on like pure adrenaline and then the caffeine kicked in, but I was fading a little bit. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. Not more coffee, not yet, but I might go get some more water or something. I don't know. But I did finish The Raven Boys and I'll probably be moving on to Paper Girls. Update. It's been a little under an hour and I've just finished the second volume of Paper Girls. I liked this one. It was really dark. I wasn't expecting it to get as dark as it did, but I kind of liked it. I gave it 3.75 stars. Like, look at that! I was trying to read this at like 3 a.m. I was not expecting that. Damn! But I think I'm just gonna go right ahead and pick up the third volume because it's probably gonna be another pretty quick read. Like I said, I finished that one in under an hour, and I'd really like to get through another book before I start Dream Thieves. So yeah, we're gonna do that. It's 4:14 a.m. and I just finished Paper Girls Volume 3. I read this one even faster than the last one. I read this one in 45 minutes and I loved this one so much. It was so good. It ended on such a cliffhanger and now I'm like, what happened? So I've read both of the comics that I wanted to get through today already, and I finished The Raven Boys, which is better than I thought I would be doing at this point. It's only like 4:18 right now, so I think I'm gonna pick up Dream Thieves now and start that. Maybe I'll read a little bit of that and then I'll go downstairs in a couple hours and make some food. About to get a lot of rodent lynch, I've heard, so I'm ready, but also I'm not because I feel like I'm gonna be emotionally destroyed. So it's a little after 5:30 and I kept like zoning out while I was reading. It was fading a little bit. So I took a little break, listened to some music to try and wake me back up, and I've made some more coffee. I don't know why, I just kept pushing myself really hard, and I think I just needed to remind myself that it was okay to take a break. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know why. I was just getting upset with myself that I wasn't reading like 100 pages an hour, which is like ridiculous. But like, I'm working on it. I always get like super competitive with myself over standards I know I can't reach anyway. I'm gonna stay down here because laying down and reading was making me a little sleepy. So I'm gonna sit down here and drink my coffee and read this book, and then I'll make some breakfast later. But I want to get through a little more of this book before I break to eat. But for now I do have a banana. It looks really yellow on camera. I have a banana. I'm gonna eat this banana. Hi. So that coffee really did not do much to keep me awake. Like, I had it, I didn't feel any more awake. I was still basically falling asleep. So I just had like a mini dance party around my kitchen, and I got a soda. And I'm hoping this will be a little helpful as well. But in general, I just haven't read much over the past 2 hours. Like, I finished Paper Girls, and then I picked up this book around 4:30. It's now 6:40, and I'm about 55 pages in. So, I mean, it's not bad. I haven't been doing like a lot of hardcore serious reading because I'm trying to stay awake right now. So I do feel a little more awake after that dance party. I got a little adrenaline energy pumping into me. Hopefully this will help a little bit too. And maybe a little bit later I'll take a bath. But it's definitely better reading downstairs than it would be reading in bed, because I would not be awake right now if I was still in bed. I'm hoping that the very unhealthy combination of hot chocolate, coffee, and Coke is gonna keep me awake. This is not something I plan on doing regularly because this is so bad for me. Oh my god. But I think it's working. Hello. So I made it to page 80 of The Dream Thieves, and now I'm gonna take a shower because I think that'll wake me up a little bit. I'm also gonna put in my contacts. Feeling a little better now because it's time when some people are starting to wake up, so I have some interaction as well. And I'm feeling a little slightly more awake. Okay, that was exactly what I needed. I was just listening to some music and chilling out and doing some little self-care things. And I kept reminding myself not to compare my progress during the readathon to anyone else's because I've already read way more than I would in an average day, and it's only like 8 a.m. So that encouraged me, and I did get a boost of energy from my shower like I was expecting, so I think I'm ready to go do some more reading, and I'm very excited. I made some pasta, and I read a little bit while I was eating, but like it's hard to read while you're eating. I really want to get through a good chunk of this. I have an appointment and I'm leaving at 2:30, and I kind of want to get to like at least page 300 before I leave. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but like, I'm gonna sit down. I am currently on page 85. I'm not gonna stop reading till I get to page like 200. That's the plan. So I didn't actually end up making it to 200 pages because I was getting to the point again where I was starting to lose focus because I'd been reading for so long. So I did make it to page 144, which means my total for the entire day is 500 pages, and it's not even 11 o'clock yet. So I feel pretty hopeful still, but I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made in The Dream Thieves, and I'm really excited to finish it. It's okay so far. So far I do like the first book better, but I've heard from a lot of people that this is their favorite one in the series, so I'm hoping it will get even better. But I'm gonna go get some food because I'm hungry and I need fuel to focus again because I'm kind of losing it. Also, my appointment got canceled because the place I was going ended up not having power today. So I have more time to read. I ended up getting a yogurt and some peanut butter crackers. So I'm gonna snack on these while I keep reading. I'm gonna take a little break though, just because I'm losing it a little bit. I'm going a little crazy. So I need to take a little break and do something besides reading for like 15 minutes, and then I'll go back into it. Now, really struggling. I keep like zoning out. I think I'm just really tired. I meant to nap before the readathon started, and I didn't get to do that. But I don't want to nap now. I really don't want to do that. I think I'm going to switch to my audiobook for a little bit, just to give my eyes a break, and just work on something else for a little while. Like, no lie, I've read 4 pages in the past hour, so I'm just going to switch to my audiobook because it's less work. Because I actually really want to read. Like, I really wanted to get a lot of reading done. But, you know, if I fall asleep, I'm gonna, if I fall asleep, I need sleep. But I'm not gonna try to fall asleep. I thought I was gonna be all set because I was so high on energy earlier. And I just crashed. So we're gonna see if making more coffee will be helpful. Who knows? I was listening to my audiobook and playing Candy Crush, but even that I was kind of just zoning out. I listened to that for maybe half an hour. I think another part of the reason why I don't absorb my book when I read it is I'm trying to read really fast because this whole readathon thing is really getting in my head. So I kind of need to like accept the fact that I'm tired and I'm gonna read slower, and that's fine. This is a bad decision. I was feeling so strong because I finished 3 books before anyone else woke up. And now I'm just like, I read 4 pages in an hour. Mugs of hot chocolate coffee today, so why not keep doing things in the style of Read by Zoe and read in the bath, because apparently it helps you read better and not fall asleep. I just want to say, I realize that it'll look like from watching this that I'm torturing myself. I do just want to say that I'm actually very excited for these readathons. I don't know, as tired as I am, I do really want to do this, so I'm not like forcing myself. Alright, so I just got out of bath and I read 31 pages while I was in the bath, and I felt pretty awake, which was really good. So I don't think I'm going to make it to 1,000, but I'm still pretty happy with that, even if that is all I read, because it's still way more than I would read on a normal day. Hello, I just hit 600 pages for the day. I'm about halfway through The Dream Thieves, and I'm thinking that I might take a break from that book and pick up Bakuman Volume 4. I don't know if that's going to be right now, but it's going to be soon because I do want to get to this today. I do think that right now, though, I do need to just take a break from reading. Just kind of getting a little sick of reading. So I know it's a 24-hour readathon, but I just can't read right now. So I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna take a break and I'll come back to reading because it's just too much right now. Okay, so I've watched some Netflix. It's what time is it now? It's now like 6:30-ish. I've watched some Netflix and I think I'm ready to ease myself back into some reading with this manga. So I'm gonna go make some tea and then I'm gonna start this.
거울 같은 너의 그 입술이 바다 같은 너의 그 입술이 내겐 어떤 별보다 이쁘지 너에게로 이어지는 기분이 Can you be my la 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 굳이 어떤 식으로 널 정의하지 않
Right. So at this point, I've read 90 pages of Bakuman. I wasn't reading that whole time. I took a little break in the middle, but I've read 90 pages of Bakuman. And this manga does have more text on the page than a lot of other manga, so it does take a little bit longer to read, but I really like this story. But right now I really kind of feel like I want to switch back over to the Dream Thieves again and work on this a little bit more. And then if this starts to feel like a lot again, then I'll switch back over to Bakuman and I'll see what mood I'm in. Alright, so there's 3 hours of this readathon left, and I have just over 180 pages left in the Dream Thieves, so I probably won't be finishing this before the readathon ends, but I'm still probably going to work on it because I'm very excited. I could do that. Bakuman, I do have a pretty good chance of finishing before the readathon ends because I'm 90 pages in and I'm just under halfway through, so I don't know exactly how many pages are left, but it's a lot less than are in the Dream Thieves. I think I'm just gonna go on with the Dream Thieves because I'm really feeling that right now. Okay, it isn't midnight yet, but I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm really tired and I can't focus on reading anyway. So I'm not gonna stay up for the full 24 hours. I did a 22-hour readathon and it went okay. I'll bring my full wrap up. Not right now. I'll do it tomorrow or another time. But yeah, I'll see you with that then. Bye. Hello, it is now Monday and I'm going to be wrapping up the readathon. During the readathon, I finished 3 books and started 2 others. So let's just get into the things that I read. Alright, so the first thing was I finished reading The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I read 100 pages of this during the readathon. After that, I read volumes 2 and 3 of the Paper Girls comics by Brian K. Vaughan, and these were each 128 pages. I read these back to back. After that, I started reading The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, the sequel to The Raven Boys, and in this book I got to page 270 before the end of the readathon. And the last book that I got to during the readathon is volume 4 of the manga Bakuman, and I read 90 pages of this during the readathon. I forgot to say in the video, but I also read about 13 pages of the City of Ashes audiobook. So my final thoughts on the readathon are that, first of all, I've definitely never read that much in a day in recent history. It's something that I don't do very often. However, my mental state was not great because I was really pushing myself and I got really competitive with myself, and I was just way too hard on myself with the expectations that I had. I was getting mad at myself for not reaching the goals, and I was comparing myself to vlogs that I had seen, and just emotionally it was pretty bad. And I was also just exhausted because I was not well rested at all, and so it was just not good. In the vlog I did say I was going to go to bed at 10. I didn't end up doing that. I did stay up until midnight. I just was not reading because I couldn't focus on anything by that time. I probably just looked at some memes. Overall, I am glad that I got through so much of my TBR, but honestly, I don't remember half of what I read in this, so I don't know, man. I think I just did the readathon in a really unhealthy way, and I think it could have worked out really well, but I just didn't do it right. And having done a readathon now and having done a vlog for it, it's so easy to compare your own progress to a vlog, but honestly, from what I've learned from this is the vlogs are so unrealistic. Like, I felt terrible throughout the whole day, but once I edited my vlog, I was like, look at me having a good productive reading day. Like, it's just so different watching a 25-minute video of here are the parts of my day that I edited together for you, and it feels so different. So if you're doing a readathon and you're comparing yourself to a vlog, don't. It's a trap. That's it for this video. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, all of the links are down below as always, but I will see you in the next video.